Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you back to BCW Anarchy in the O2 Arena. Totally not an abrupt arrival here in the UK, here in London. Charlie Dempsey, the Blackpool Brawler, one of Sean Spears' newly acquainted allies. I don't know what he's doing here. I know he took a little bit of a hiatus after what transpired at BCW Destiny and what more importantly happened to Sean Spears at the hands of Kyle Fletcher, one of the madmen of the Don Callis family, taking their time and getting some well-deserved revenge. But I really want to know what Charlie Dempsey has to think about all this. What is he even doing out here? The message has been sent by Charlie Dempsey to anybody out there in the locker room of Anarchy to come out and face him right now. Oh, wait a minute. TMDK, and most importantly, the UK's own, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. is here once again in Anarchy and answers the call of Charlie Dempsey. This man, loved by many here in Europe, and more importantly here in London, England. Hometown boy, a homecoming, a hero's welcome this man gets. And rightfully so, as he has brought home gold back to the UK. After beating Haruki Goto recently for that IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Amazing effort from the former champion. But once again, Zack Sabre Jr. defies the odds and becomes champion once again. And now he has to go up against someone like Charlie Dempsey, a tenacious mastermind in Charlie Dempsey. One-on-one, non-title match. Dempsey's ready to go. He's been fired up. He's been pissed off recently after what happened to Sean Spears at Destiny. And here we go. Zack Sabre Jr. immediately with those calculated strikes right to the chest and the lower body. These two men, you're going to expect a lot of hardcore technical offense from both these men as we're already out the gate. Car and elbow types switching it up here, as ZSJ now on the defensive for the moment as he gets the side headlock to take over on Dempsey. I'm fumbling over my words right now as ZSJ having a little bit of the offensive takeover there as Charlie Dempsey is able to counteract ZSJ here. What a huge upset it would be for Dempsey to gain some momentum and make Sean Spears, who is at home healing and resting his wounds after what happened to him by Kyle Fletcher with those two brain busters. As Charlie Dempsey would love nothing more than to use this time and use this opportunity against the IWGP Heavyweight Champion and get a huge win under his belt here in BCW. He is currently not undefeated, but he hasn't taken a pinfall loss at all since arriving here in BCW. It's been nothing but wins and using Sean Spears as a pretty much a mule ticket just for him to survive here in Anarchy. And now Charlie Dempsey once again just trying to overpower ZSJ, but that's not going to be the case here. This is going to be a rough battle, a rough challenge, and a huge challenge at that for Dempsey. Dempsey's got to learn fast that ZSJ is not one to give up a technical battle quickly. It's Dempsey now looking at, oh my goodness, look at the torque that he has on that arm hold. Now, Zack Sabre Jr. looking to counter here. As these fans here are absolutely loving what they're seeing here. Everybody's on their feet in adulation for both of these men. As once again he gets the side headlock takeover down on Dempsey. Now, oh my goodness, what a shot to the face. As Dempsey now trying to roll him over, trying to create some space and separation. But ZSJ is not having any bit of it as a huge dropkick to the exposed knee. And that is a weak spot for both men, as both men do not wear knee pads in competition. It's now Dempsey just taking every single bit of these strikes, every single bit of these grappling holds to effect here. And he hasn't really let it affect him too much, but right now, it seems to me that Dempsey needs to find a way to rebound. It's Dempsey now picking him, trying to tell him and get back up to his feet. Excuse me, it's a huge shot countered there by, oh my goodness, by ZSJ, but only get met by an elbow by Dempsey. And when it comes to matches like this, it'll either bring out the best or the worst in you. For this case right now, it's more so bringing out the best, or what is currently the best, out of ZSJ and Charlie Dempsey, as Dempsey is getting his arm stomped out by ZSJ for the moment. Sabre Jr. would not like a loss to be slated on his record, as he has one loss to his name after getting beat by the current BCW Continental Champion Jay White in that impressive battle between both men. Dempsey, now, you're zeroing in on a dropkick there, but that time Sabre Jr. able to counter, as both men have just been going back and forth here, trying to get the upper hand over one another. But this time Dempsey looking to find another way out, but that time Sabre Jr. able to counter with a DDT, landing it from the back of Dempsey's head here, and oh goodness. The precise offense, the striking, the grappling. This man is a pure submission specialist, and he will take you to your absolute limit if it means getting the best out of you. And now, Sabre Jr. hooking himself up to the ropes, and look at that! Bending Dempsey in a way that the body should not be bent. Both arms were strapped between the legs of Sabre Jr. into a boot, as the love and admiration pouring out for the IWGP Heavyweight Champion must be good to hear once in a while here, as Sabre Jr. might be looking for a closeout off the apron, but Dempsey able to counter, but that time Sabre Jr. gets the edge over Dempsey again. I think that experience is coming into play as well if you really put it into mind here, as Dempsey definitely would love to add this win to his name, but at the same time, that experience, that overall cunning style of Zack Sabre Jr. is going to really come into a factor, and it probably might be just coming into play here early on, as Dempsey, I don't know how Dempsey is going to be able to counter this offense in particular. She's going right after the legs here, and exposed knee being a huge X factor for both men. As I said earlier, is a big boot by Zack Sabre Jr. And it's been moves like that that have really been sapping out the energy of Charlie Dempsey for a good chunk of this match. But it seems to me that Dempsey's not trying to show any signs of light for Sabre Jr. to attack. As look at this, a really complex roll-up, able to trap the legs and a kick out, barely escaping that really complex way to get a pin attempt off. As Dempsey now half and half suplex, dropping him right on his head. It's now Dempsey sees an opening, he needs to take it. If I'm Dempsey, I need to really attack now, less dragging your opponent and more so just going on the attack, staying on top of the, oh my goodness, the weak man, as the uppercuts raining in from Zack Sabre Jr. here. Jr. now looking to take any prisoners here. Let's look at this. Dempsey hung up on the ropes. Oh, into a clothesline, sending them out again. Holding onto the neck immediately. Moves like that and moves previously done by Sabre Jr. are really looking to wear down the body and are known to really take you to your limit at times. And that's how Sabre Jr. gets you. That's how ZSJ works, and that's how he operates. Look at this. Once again, Dempsey landing another half and half suplex, dropping the champion. And now Sabre Jr. getting dragged to the center of the ring. I don't know what Dempsey has planned, but it better be effective, let me tell you. Oh, wait a minute, back up right to the face. Be on the bridge of the nose with another double cross chop there. Right to the midsection, rocking Dempsey. Be looking to add on more fuel to the fire. Dempsey able to counter. So now Dempsey wants him into the corner. Both men trying to Jock for position here. Shot to the kidney right there by Dempsey. It's now, wait a minute, sent it to the corner here. Reversal by Sabre Jr. Might be running in for something big at that time. Dempsey able to counter. Now Dempsey once again drags him right to the turnbuckle there, hitting him face first on the top turnbuckle. Excuse me, I'm fumbling over my words here as this match goes on. As Sabre Jr. runs him right into the post shoulder first. That steel post, that unforgiving steel post that has really just injured many people in the past, like we see with Brian Cage recently. Look at this. Trapping him with a triangle choke. Taking him away from the real smart thinking there by Sabre Jr. Locking it in. We see a tap out here. He has it locked in too. We don't really know if Charlie's able to get out of it. I think he is. And he has. And Dempsey now looking to fight on and live to see another day here in Anarchy. Looking to do it for his ally in Shawn Spears, who was resting up, trying to re-engage himself in the conflict currently between them and the Don Callis family. But Charlie Dempsey is not focused on them. He's focused on winning this match off the half and half into the Regal Plex for the win and a kick out. What a monumental win that would have been if Dempsey would have gotten that 3 count off of the Avalanche half and half into the massive Regal Plex to the center of the ring, the way that he beat Kyle Fletcher in the first round of the Continental Championship tournament. Controversial finish or not, you gotta really put some respect on Dempsey's name for how good of a technical mastermind that he is inside that ring. It's Dempsey now looking to zero in on Sabre Jr., who is currently weakened after that huge half and half. And moves like that are really meant to take you out of commission, but people like Sabre Jr. don't really come around so often. ZSJ is known for being a resilient athlete, been put through hell by the best of the best. You name it, he's been through it and been against it. And this is no exception to it. Dempsey giving Zack Sabre Jr. what he wants, and I think at this point, Sabre Jr. is giving Dempsey what he wants, and that's a fight. And now, wait a minute, oh my, looking for a knee right to the side of the head of Sabre Jr., but that time Sabre Jr. able to counter, just absolutely bashing Dempsey right into the, oh my God, the guardrail, being used as a weapon for most of this match between both men. A gourd buster right on the top of the guardrail, right to the midsection. And that is a recipe for disaster if you are Dempsey. Just scrambling your insides, making sure that Zack Sabre Jr. has an opening. And now, Jr. now might be looking to send Dempsey home packing back to Blackpool, England. But now, wait a minute, no. Dempsey's just crawling back to the corner. Not a great spot to be in, especially when Zack Sabre Jr. gets going. And now, Dempsey again, just in the bad part of town. And it was like that for when the match started. Then it became a contest of strength between both men to see who's stronger in the technical aspect of professional wrestling. But now it's Dempsey looking to counter that submission hold that Sabre Jr. had locked in for a little bit. He was able to get the hands and grab himself out of harm's way. Excuse me, it's Dempsey. Now I'm going to pick the bones of Sabre Jr., who was kind of shocked at the fact that he got out of the submission so quickly. So Dempsey rarely goes to the top rope. And just like that, he might have costed himself the match. Roundhouse kick to the face, my God. And now Sabre Jr. rocking him with those fists to the side of the head. And now it might be it for Dempsey here. He has it locked in. Dempsey taps out. What a match. What an opening contest to start off the festivities tonight in the return of BCW Anarchy. And it ends with Zack Sabre Jr., the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, asserting his dominance in his homeland of the UK. And he gets to walk out knowing that he got a win. Well, I believe the message has been set loud and clear by the New Catch Republic as the Rascals and the Good Brothers fight for title contention in the future at BCW Hardcore TakeOver. Who's going to walk out with the first win? We're back here live in the O2 for the first edition of these Tag Team Eliminator matches for a shot and a future opportunity at the BCW World Tag Team Champions. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, the New Catch Republic, sent out the message, and it looks like Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz are looking and are pretty much eager to reply in a big way if they can win this match and move on to bigger and greater heights, as they didn't really find that much success in the tag team title tournament initially, getting knocked out the first round by the Undisputed Kingdom, which became the finalists of that said tournament. And you gotta wonder if that would have been the same result had someone like the Rascals would have won that match against Roddy and Kyle O'Reilly. But now the past is in the past. Now it is the present. We are in the here and the now, and I think the Rascals want to rewrite some wrongs here tonight against their opponents. And one of the most experienced tag teams in the game, Gallows and Anderson, former tag team champions across the globe, ranging from New Japan Pro Wrestling, ranging from TNA Wrestling, WWE. They've done it all in such a long period of time within the Bullet Club, the Club, or the OC, wherever and whatever you known them as. They're always, and they always will be, the Good Brothers. So Anderson and Gallows walk into this match, again, not having all the best confidence in the world, as they got knocked out in the first round of the tag team tournament between them and Gallus, which ended up being New Catch Republic and Gallus in the second round to advance to the finals of Destiny for the tag team title. So these two teams got a lot to prove, and they've got another chance to see themselves in tag team championship prosperity. But they just gotta get over one another, in this tag team encounter. Who will walk out with the huge win tonight to solidify an opportunity at Hardcore TakeOver? Just gonna find out right now, as Zachary Wentz starting off for the Rascals, as Luke Gallows is starting off for the Good Brothers here tonight. As Wentz now looking to light up Luke Gallows here, as he has definitely the height and the weight advantage over Wentz. And just like that, he can just change the complexion of the match and definitely swing it into the Good Brothers' favor. And that's what I think Wentz and Miguel need to be more afraid of than anything else. And that's if Luke Gallows and Anderson get going. It's going to be a really huge problem and huge hump to get over. But Wentz and Miguel have faced a lot of adversity, whether as good or bad guys. They have known themselves to be wants to really get themselves out of huge situations and make themselves into greater stars because of it. And now, wait a minute, Wentz sent out to the top rope, or over the top rope, excuse me, by Gallows, and Anderson trying to get some shots in on the leg, it looks like, as Wentz getting dumped on the apron. Now Gallows looking to pour on more offense here, just ground and pound right to the face of Wentz, and Miguel's seen enough. He's looking to just stand up for his brother, and huge Hurricane Rana taking out Carl Anderson, and might be looking to take out Luke Gallows with that Hurricane Rana as well. And that time, though, it's not enough to take out Gallows. Not going to take out Big LG with a Total World Hurricane Rana like that. It's going to take a lot more than just some flips and some dives to take out the Good Brothers. And I think Wentz and Miguel are finding that out firsthand. It's once again back first, meeting one of the hardest parts of the ring. On the apron is Miguel gradually recovering, and thankfully enough, because I hope he recovered fast enough as he did, because it probably might have been a handicap match if he didn't. So now Wentz perched on the top rope, might be looking to take out Gallows. A double XL blockbuster from the top rope, fit for Luke Gallows, takes out the big man. And now Miguel and Wentz looking to go to work here. Look at this, look at the strength, able to hold up Gallows for another double XL neck breaker combination into a spine buster by Wentz. Huge standing moonsault. Such elegance, touching, I believe that was his legs or his lower calf. Ooh! Taking out Anderson in the process. Trying to get all the room that he can get so he can land potentially this huge move for a springboard here. Wait a minute. Oh, Miguel able to roll through, but able to, not escape the grasp of Gallows. Huge ripcord lariat, knocking Miguel inside out, and a kick out with the former two-time X Division champion. Wait a minute, a huge counter. Look at the athleticism of Trey. Trey trying to get a running start, but that time eats a boot by Big LG. And a right hand right to the throat. It might be the collarbone of Miguel. So Miguel rocked there, but he's not willing to stay down for long for anybody, especially not the Good Brothers. Wait a minute. Oh, Miguel able to counter, showing that quickness, trying to show that quick reaction time. And look at this, trying to roll the dice here, and it connects. That rolling cutter, the roll the dice by Miguel, worked out for him in the past against the likes of Crazy Steve in that Monsters Ball match just about 2 years ago for the X Division Championship. Leaping into the dropkick assisted by Zachary Wentz. And now Wentz might be looking to add on more offense, more pain dished out by the Rascals. Here comes Wentz charging into the corner, tagging him to Miguel again, running it with the Meteora. Quick, fast, and effective is the name of the game for these two guys, and it always has been. And that time, though, might be looking for a splash from the middle rope, but Gallows instead firing up and firing on all cylinders here, it looks like. Hooking up Miguel. Gallows pole. Center of the ring. Oh, but Wentz able to stumble Gallows off of Miguel. So look at Wentz trying to fight back as the referee getting in the way there. Might be looking for something off the ropes, but that time Wentz has to stick to what he knows and stick to what he has currently. It's just like that. He might have gave Miguel a huge opening, and yes, he has. Hurricane Rana taking down the big man. Moves like that has been really just taking Gallows into a tumble and just pretty much making him a little dizzy, if it looks like, because you don't know which rascal's going to come at him. One or the other. You're going to get Wentz or Miguel. A flurry of both men here. And that's what you need to do against the Good Brothers. Just really confuse them. And look at the strength of Miguel. And the perseverance by Wentz into the frog splash. The brainbuster frog splash combination working into effect here. Wait a minute, whoa. Not for the long term, though. Power slam, which what it looked like an attempted snapmare turned into a nightmare and a kick out by Wentz. So Wentz now on the defensive once again by Luke Gallows, as Gallows would love to get his partner in here for some tandem offense here to knock Wentz off that proverbial perch into a back body drop. And now Anderson, oh my goodness, with the advantage. Trying to do whatever he can and get Wentz just down and out. Trying to weaken both members of the Rascals would be perfect in advance and these eliminator matches, as we don't even know who is going to be a part of these eliminator matches between all of the teams, especially the debuting Motor City Machine Guns, who debuted last week in Canada to a massive ovation from the crowd there in Toronto in the Scotiabank Center. But now it's a huge opportunity for both teams here tonight in the Rascals and the Good Brothers to advance to potentially maybe face MCMG or teams like the Undisputed Kingdom, maybe TMDK or AOP, just to name a few teams off the dome. As now Luke Gallows again trying to make sure that Zachary Wentz is staying up for the count. So now I don't know what he's doing out there. There's not really that many things he could do besides use the table or use the guardrails to his advantage against Wentz. But Wentz now finding an opening, taking him down with a snapmare successfully into the basement drop kick. But that time, Carl Anderson, that time he thought he had Wentz scouted. Not for long, though, as he lands the drop kick. And now Anderson already back on the ropes there. He just didn't let that drop kick phase him and probably pissed him off. Tag made to Miguel. And now they're looking to line him off with some vintage Rascal offense. Double stomp right to the back of the shoulder there of Gallows. It looked like it at least, but now, oh my goodness, Miguel able to use that athleticism to his advantage to knock Anderson and Gallows, or just Gallows, off his game. A super kick there lands by Miguel. And now Miguel really just stepping it up to another level here. Seizing the opportunity. No! It looked like he was setting up for a cutter, but Anderson, I guess Miguel undercommitted from what it looked like. And he kind of mistaken the range of motion that he had to take to get Anderson in his range. But now it looks like Miguel able to successfully recover, sending him right into the corner hard. So now Miguel once again trying to pour out every single bit of offense that he's got against someone like Anderson, someone like Carl Anderson, who's not looking to back down anytime soon against this team. As I'm sure the same can be said for Miguel and Wentz, as they do not want to take another back seat here in Anarchy or in BCW in general. Here's the cover off the PK Snapmare combination, but Gallows is able to fight to get his team, not just himself, but his team out of trouble. Now Wentz hooking up Gallows. Look at the strength, using the ropes as leverage into a hangman's DDT. Bicycle knee catches Anderson off guard. Tag made. We might be seeing the beginning of the end for Anderson and Gallows. Hey man, anytime the Rascals go to the top rope, it usually smells the end. Meteor connects. Tag made. In a hurrying effort here, Wentz now trying to not miss out on the Swanton Bomb one bit, because once we know Miguel hits the Meteora, might be looking to double it up here from the top. Swanton Bomb connecting onto Anderson. Gallows is out of the equation. And now it's just Wentz and Miguel's game now. Here we go, tag made for the final time perhaps. Look at this. Off the top, feed him to the Lions. Connects. Wentz now trying to play defense. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do, but Miguel and Wentz are advancing. A very well done effort by the Rascals. A valiant effort by the Good Brothers, but you can tell from start to finish that the Rascals had a plan, they had a priority, they had a mission, and that was to make a statement and to prove that they are still in the hunt, they are still in the fight for tag Team Gold. We move on to more big fight field festivities here between Candice LeRae and Shayna Baszler for a shot at Queen Aminata's BCW Women's Continental Championship. It's all going down live in the O2 Arena, coming your way next. We're back here live on Anarchy, here in the O2, for another high-stakes match between the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae, and a submission magician, Shayna Baszler. And right now, I mean, let me tell you, the Poison Pixie is not enough. Candice LeRae recently has been a poison viper to the entire just state of BCW and how much she's been carrying out her offense and how she's been dishing out pain to her opponents. As recently on Anarchy, last week actually, she beat the living hell out of Billy Starks in a great effort and a great match at that, just to move up the rankings, to get to this point, to get a number one contenders match for Queen Aminata's Continental Championship next week, as LeRae just decides to take out a chair and bash over the body of a beaten and bruised Billy Starks. And she was defenseless. And it was absolutely ridiculous and a really heinous assault by LeRae. But now she has to focus on a woman that'll either make you tap or snap. Shayna Baszler has entered the O2 and has entered the building, more importantly. And now, thinking about how much this woman has accomplished over her storied career here in professional wrestling in general. Not just WWE, not just the independents, but she hasn't really accomplished much here in BCW, getting knocked out the first round by Masha Slamovich, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, in a really valiant effort and a great match. Nothing to take away from either Baszler or Slamovich. But now, Baszler looks to really prove herself as a worthy competitor, a worthy combatant for that championship that Queen Aminata holds, and that is the Continental Championship, who we will see next week to defend that very championship against one of these women here tonight in this high-stakes match, like I said before, between both of these talented women. Who will reign supreme? We will find out right about now. LeRae and Baszler already under the collar and elbow tie-up, locking up here immediately, as now Baszler looking like she's going to get the upper hand on Candice LeRae, backing her up into the ropes here. The more powerful Shayna Baszler's, right to the face. Goes Candice LeRae right to the eye. It looked like a Baszler, and I think she might have a cut on her forehead, it looks like. I can't really tell, but it's a really big gash from what we're seeing here currently. Oh, and as she runs in with the elbow, not letting the cut phase her one bit, as she knows that this is a huge opportunity at stake at the BCW Women's Continental Championship, and a shot to face Queen Aminata and possibly knock her off her pedestal of being a champion. Now Baszler pushing her weight around against Candice LeRae, the smaller athlete in this matchup. It's now Candice LeRae able to fire back. Big time back elbow knocking down Baszler's. That is what LeRae needs to do more. If she needs to chain offense together, she needs to knock Baszler off her game if she wants to win this matchup. Huge flatliner from the middle rope into a kick out though by Baszler. Baszler needs to really find a way back in this matchup because she doesn't want Candice LeRae to take over here. So, immediately Baszler heading back inside the ring as LeRae she thought smart of it to not attack Baszler while she was heading back inside. As now she gave Baszler a huge opportunity to strike at will here. She lands a gut-wrench suplex and she's getting back up. Nips herself back up into another gut-wrench suplex. The core strength that Shayna Baszler possesses is scary. And now Baszler already immediately scaling the ropes here. She barely goes up to the top rope. When she does, it's a rare and effective occasion. But it seems to me that Candice LeRae is looking to take any avenue that she can get out of Shayna Baszler's mistakes and turn them into gold. And now, here we go into the cover off the splash to the back, potentially turning golden and glory here in a kick out by Baszler. Moves like that have been really stunning. The former NXT Women's Champion, a former dominant MMA fighter in her own right, transitioning into the professional wrestling scene. And now Baszler once again showing that MMA background, putting it to good use against someone who was inexperienced in that way of combat. Let's look at the ground and pound being just shown on display here. The grueling offense of Shayna Baszler. And a kick out by Candice. LeRae able to try and find some ways to get herself out of trouble. But not for long, though. Baszler's still staying on top of things here. And that's what you need to do if you are Shayna Baszler. Don't let up. Don't let LeRae see any signs of weakness. Huge spinning Samoan drop and a kick out. Barely getting the shoulder up there is LeRae. And now LeRae might be looking at seeing stars here. She might be in huge trouble with Baszler. Baszler might be looking for a submission hold of sorts. But that time LeRae is able to counter. Huge poison Rana from LeRae. LeRae able to spike and send Baszler upside down. And now LeRae might be looking to follow up with something big here, reminiscent of last week with Billy Starks. Hurricane Rana off the top rope, putting Baszler on her back. Not for long, though. Baszler now once again just trying to overpower Candice LeRae here. She dodges that enziguri, trying to find ways to keep Shayna Baszler grounded and out for the counters to that huge hip toss. And now LeRae calling her out to her feet, looks like, for a huge senton right to the back. Moves like that are what Candice LeRae needs to do if she wants to win this matchup against Shayna Baszler, game Shayna Baszler for a huge opportunity at Championship Stardom against Aminata. And now, once again, LeRae setting up Shayna Baszler here for something big. And now LeRae hooking her from the ropes into a net breaker. Sends the submission magician crashing hard on the back of her head and a kick out. And again, LeRae definitely just staying on top of things here. Not letting Shayna Baszler get her way in this matchup. As we've seen a more aggressive side of LeRae as of late. Whether for better or worse, whether for the better of her career, after taking that loss to Tegan Knox in the first round of the BCW Women's Continental Championship Tournament. That spinebuster right there might have changed the game for Shayna Baszler. Running in here with a clothesline. Back elbow combination there, dropping Candice LeRae with everything that she's got. And now adding more proverbial fuel to the fire with those stomps right to the chest. And now Baszler sizing up LeRae. And again, looking to the top rope. I don't know if it's a smart decision. LeRae counted the first time. Oh my goodness. Like we've seen many times tonight, undercommitting leads you one step closer to the downfall of your match. Oh, and a kick out by Baszler, though. As Baszler might have hyperextended or pretty much injured her arm there, landing flat on the canvas, as she definitely does not want to really give herself any injuries, especially knowing that Candice LeRae already has seen some weak spots, especially in the head region, already bleeding. And now Baszler, once again, showing that toughness, trying to move past every single thing that has gone on in this matchup up until this point. Every misstep, every mistake, every time where she thought that this match could be over, Candice LeRae nor Shayna Baszler wants to let anything slip between their fingers. And that is a huge opportunity at the championship. And a big kick right to the back. And And now once again, LeRae sending her up in the corner. Huge opportunity here for LeRae here, sending her back into the corner, her clothesline. Following it up with a huge neck twist. A little bit of an homage there to Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. There with some unique ways of hitting the neck twist there from the corner. It's LeRae now attacking different ligaments like how Shayna Baszler would do, but in a more tactical manner, if you will. But now, LeRae with the Gargano escape. The same move that took out Billy Starks for good, it seems like, is now LeRae might be looking at Aminata and the Continental Championship opportunity in her sights in her near future. If Baszler, I don't know if she's going to submit here. It looks like it. She's trying to grab onto the ropes, but the length between her and the ropes is very far away. It's very distant. Closing on the center of the ring there, or center of the ring, excuse me, as Baszler fights her way out of it. Wait a minute, shoulder tackle. Wait a minute, oh, Baszler, counter, huge stack, cover. But that time, Candice LeRae is able to kick out. Close to count there, and wait a minute, Baszler now setting her up here with a Yokosuka cutter. Face first goes LeRae. Oh, but she kicks out though, barely. Shayna now getting frustrated. She knows that she has LeRae right where she wants her. She has her, oh my goodness, in the palm of her hands, but not right now at least. In a minute, that's not coming though that time, no. Baszler able to counter. In a minute, no way able to sidestep. Hit him with that soba right to the midsection. And now again, right into the Gargano escape. Trying to make Shayna Baszler tap here. What a huge win this will be for LeRae. Can she make her tap? And she does. And after that hellacious battle, there is only one winner. And that is Candice LeRae. She takes the opportunity to face Queen Aminata next week. Wait a minute. Billy Starks. She made the trip to the UK. She hasn't forgotten. And she damn sure wants some vengeance on Candice LeRae. The Poison Pixie is absolutely flabbergasted, as Billy Starks has let it be known that she's arrived. Package pile driver. We need some help out here. Security, please, someone. After we try to calm down the chaos in the ring right now between Billy Starks and Candice LeRae, we gotta focus on this heated one-on-one rivalry between Donovan Dijak and Wes Lee. We are back here live on Anarchy after just getting everything situated inside the ring between Billy Starks and Candice LeRae. We got the Disruptor, Donovan Dijak, has entered the O2 Arena, as Dijak as of late hasn't gotten anything his way recently, especially last week with this match against Speedball Mike Bailey in a great contest between both men. But it didn't end in the way that Donovan Dijak nor Bailey wanted it to end, as Wes Lee came out of nowhere in the first part of Dijak's entrance, making his way to the ring last week, beating him down. And then as soon as Dijak was seemingly about to finish Bailey off for good, it looked like, after that discus boot in the corner, he made his presence felt again after pretty much defying security and just starting a massive brawl with Dijak on the entryway and just causing law enforcement to be involved, security to take both men and escort them out the building. But this is a official sanctioned one-on-one match between both men. There may be rules applied. There may be disqualifications. They only have until the count of 10 to get themselves back inside the ring. But I don't think that matters. All they want to do is hurt one another. Wes Lee's been making a bunch of enemies as of late. The Cardiac Killer is not afraid to make anybody aware that he is not here to make friends. He's only here to make money. He's only here to make a name for himself and up his status. And although he seems to be aware of the fact that he's been making these enemies out of the likes of John Morrison, and now with Donovan Dijak, I don't think he gives a damn. I think he just wants to bring on the world. He wants to take on the world. It's a one versus all type of energy that Wesley's been wreaking as of late, and honestly, I don't think it's for the better. I think it's going to really hurt his momentum in the long run, especially if he wants to start winning championships and start bringing some value here to BCW in his own way. Especially after doing all these heinous acts last year, betraying his own brothers, Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel in the Rascals. But that is the past, like I said before. And Wesley is definitely focused on the future. He's definitely focused on the here and now and wanting to become a champion here in BCW. Now Wesley getting himself ready, and same with Dijak, and already, this match hasn't even started yet. Wesley, like a cat, the quick reaction time and to get out of the ring and get out of the sight of Dijak, but he's just able to just talk right in front of my face here at the commentary desk. This is ridiculous. Utter disgusting. And absolutely just, I can't with this man. Conniving as all hell. Thinking that he's tough, thinking that he's just this tough SOB around here in BCW. And oh my God, Dijak not even playing around at this point. He's done with Wesley's games, as now he's going to drop Wesley like a bad habit on the apron. And now you can just see Dijak just in pure frustration over Wesley's just lack of, oh my goodness, lack of care. As Dijak looking for a dive, but pretty much failing in the process, but he just gets right back up, willing to fight Wesley right here, right now. Wesley now, oh my God, and now Wesley is in the same situation as Dijak here, looking to taunt to the fans here, mimicking Wesley, and Wesley did not like that, reminiscent of BCW Destiny with that tope suicida. And now, Wesley now getting Dijak back into the ring as Dijak just immediately walking up to Wes in absolute anger. As you can tell that these two men just despise one another. The weeks that these two men have been in the ring with one another, it's been nothing but chaos, high-flying action, and high-octane drama. It's now Dijak off the knee drop into the cover and a kick out. What a win it would be for someone of Dijak to get another win under Wesley, and what a win it would be for Wesley to get a win and pretty much give Dijak his first loss here in BCW. Just counter for counter here from both men. Going down as Dijak might be looking for a big move here, getting up the leg for that spinning heel kick, taking down Wesley. That huge tree trunk of a leg, knocking down the former NXT North American champion, former longest reigning North American champion at that, is Dijak nailing Lee with a back elbow. Not for long though, as Lee not willing to give Dijak any sort of chances here to really stomp him out here. Now Wesley coming in with a kick here, rolling through, getting some momentum into an elbow. And that's the thing about Wes. Wesley may be a very changed individual. He might be a different kind of man when it comes to how he runs things in the ring, but he damn sure knows how to gain momentum, and he knows how to use it in a great way. Especially being with the Rascals, being with Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz for most of his career, going to one-on-one and with that elbow, knocking down Dijak for momentarily there, but right there, and a kick to the arm. Dijak not going down. And now look at that. Wesley looking to chop down the big tree. That is Dijak, or the skyscraper, that is, if you will, in Donovan Dijak. And now Wesley will be looking to add more salt to the wound, if you will. Here he comes on the top of the Meteora, taking down the Disruptor into the cover here to put Dijak away in a kick out. Wesley again just getting a little bit frustrated. You can see that those feelings of self-doubt It might be looking to set in, but I don't think he's really trying to acknowledge that right now, as he knows that he's in the ring. Might be looking for a discus boot, but Wesley able to chop down one of the legs in order to stop that. Look at this. Oh my God. Springboard shooting star press onto Dijak from the inside to the outside. These men know how to kick it up a notch when it's needed. Wesley now springing up another missile drop kick, landing a Dijak. And now, once more, Lee looking to finish the job. Final flash. Lands on Dijak to put him away here potentially. No, and a kick out. Only at one. Wesley, I think Wesley's looking right at the referee, but referee's not looking to engage in conversation. Dijak just decapitated Wesley with that discus boot. But Wesley able to kick out. And now Dijak might be looking to put the finishing touches on this match, maybe looking for high justice. But Lee felt that the first time, he doesn't want to feel it again. And Dijak infuriated from Wesley's games here, as I would too. This is absolutely ridiculous. Wait a minute. It can't be. That's John Morrison. He's back in BCW after how long? Weeks. Damn near 2 months. It feels like 2 months. Morrison taken up by Lee on the lead up to BCW Destiny, and Dijak is in complete shock. Absolutely aggravated at what's been going on. Wait a minute. Speedball from out of the skies. He hasn't forgotten about what happened last week. Dijak leaving him high and dry in the midst of their one-on-one encounter. Sent on off the apron. Speedball looking to get some revenge. This is all-out chaos. Morrison and Lee still fighting on their side. And now Bailey looking to add on more salt to the wound of Dijak. Moonsault as Bailey's running for the hills here in London. Morrison now. We transition back to Morrison and Lee on the other side of the outside. And Morrison just absolutely pulling out an onslaught onto the cardiac killer. This is insane. I didn't think that we would see Morrison for another month or two. And like I said before, he's been out for a very long time after that heinous attack that he pulled out after trying to get some revenge on Lee. And now, a month later, he's back looking for some well-deserved revenge on Wesley. Starship Pain. Oh my God, does it feel good to see that move again. The Shaman of Sexy making a huge statement and leaving his mark on Wesley's territory. Oh, and a clothesline again in the corner. Wesley trying to show that resilience and trying to show that it needs a lot more to take out someone like him. But Morrison, so nice, you gotta do it twice. Get your cameras out. Starship Pain yet again. Wesley might be out for the count. And that is honestly and wholeheartedly a message sent to Wesley. Wow. As in the midst of all the chaos, we gotta move on to the co-main event of the evening, as the NXT North American Champion, All Ego, Ethan Page, finally looks to make his highly anticipated debut next. We're back here live in the O2 for the co-main event and the debut of this man, All Ego, Ethan Page. And words can describe this man in many ways and in many forms, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. You gotta give the devil his due. As they always say, Ethan Page, being the NXT North American Champion, coming into his first match, which, if I'm being honest, he doesn't even deserve to be here. He doesn't even deserve a match, if I'm being honest. He should just pack his stuff up and go back to Florida and just worry about that North American title. Why is he even here? He attacked Pac last week, and I understand Moxley said that he has arrows in his pocket and he knows what he's doing. And Ethan Page being one of those arrows trying to target and hit the bullseye on Pac is just ridiculous. It's just disgusting, if you ask me, on how Jon Moxley's been moving around here in BCW. But now we have to focus on the debut match against Commander, an unknown opponent to Ethan Page, but a man that is clearly known to the BCW faithful after being in the first round of the BCW Continental Championship Tournament. Not having much success, but showing that he has heart, showing that he has enough to go up against someone like the North American champion, Ethan Page. And right now, it's just been a really big of a toss-up between just me wanting to have this man be in a match or just see him in the ring. It's just so much at once. And here we go. We're underway here in the co-main event as Ethan Page immediately taking it right to Commander. Ethan Page, again, I do not like the fact that this man is in the ring right now, but it is what it is. It's Commander calling elbow tie with Ethan Page, locking horns already in this matchup, pushing him right back into the corner. You'll love to see that, in my opinion, at least. This is just my humble opinion as Ethan Page turns it around with a kick to the midsection. But Commander not willing to back off of Ethan Page for anybody or anything for that matter. It's now Commander pushing the pace here, attacking the limbs of Ethan Page, attacking the legs, attacking the upper body. It's Ethan Page now trying to counteract what Commander's serving up to him. It's a big shot to the face and trying to pinpoint, I guess, the mask of Commander here as Ethan Page is just absolutely going to town here on Commander. Former Ring of Honor World Television Champion right there in the ring is going up against the current NXT North American Champion and the former NXT Champion, winning that championship last year in his debut year for WWE and NXT. More importantly, he's trying to silence out the fans here. The fans just roaring in boos here in London. So I don't think they want to see Ethan Page, much to the disdain of me as well. I don't want to see this man either, but we just got to deal with it for the time being. As Commander pushing him back, trying to show that strength as he just drop kicks the leg and, more importantly, the knee out of Ethan Page. It's Page now on the defensive again. So I don't think you want to do that if you're Ethan Page. You don't want to let anybody get too much offense on you, as it will have a huge effect on you later on in the matchup. As Commander now, middle rope. Huge head scissors takeover, sending Ethan Page upside down here in the early goings of this matchup. And look at this. We'll be looking to pay homage to one of the legends here in professional wrestling. Could he nail the third? And he does. The Three Amigos lands, paying homage to one of the all-time greats of professional wrestling in Eddie Guerrero, and a kick out by Ethan Page. As Page still stumbling back up to his feet, trying to gain some ground, as Commander's not having any of that. He's seizing the opportunity. He sees the North American champion is weakened for a little bit, but that time Ethan Page is able to shake off that rust a little bit. And that time Commander able to counter. These two have just been going back and forth, throwing tooth and nail here, as Ethan Page lands a huge elbow right to the face. As now again, Ethan Page showing that dirty and absolutely grimy side of his offense, willing to do anything and everything just to get ahead. And if that means potentially maybe looking to pull off that mask of Commander, he might just do it in this matchup. Big boot right to the face off the Snake Guy's assist. And Ethan Page just taking the time to gloat as he usually does. But Commander is not having any of that as he kicks out. As Ethan Page once again not relenting, not trying to show any signs of letting up. against his adversary here tonight. And if I'm Commander, I need to find a way to rebound, try to find a way to take Ethan Page off his game, because once he gets going, he is a huge threat. That's why he's a former NXT and now currently North American champion. He always finds avenues to get in his favor and potentially win big money and big time matches. And right now, Commander just feeling every single bit of the effects of going up against Ethan Page. Here's Commander trying to fight back, showing some light here to the BCW faithful. And right now, Ethan Page kind of rocked after that man hand drop in the gonads. Now Commander might be looking to set up for something big. Ooh, and a chop right to the chest. You know that's gotta hurt. Missile drop kick off the top. Commander now might be looking to pull off a huge win, a huge upset on the way potentially. Oh, and a kick out by Ethan Page. You would think in the mind of Page that this probably might have been a walk in the park. This ain't the WWE. This is BCW. In a whole nother landscape, a whole new land of brutality. Anything can happen and anything goes. And now Ethan Page is just starting to realize that is a big boot right to the face of Commander. Moves like that are really starting to take Commander off his game. Big strikes is what Ethan Page is known for. Moves that can really, oh my goodness, Commander might be looking for a Hurricane Rana there, or some type of big move, as Ethan Page able to scout it. He's known from his past and facing luchadors in his own place of work, snatching him up, looking like an alley-oop power slam and a kick out by Commander. Page thought that was it, and I thought that was it, honestly. That was a beautiful catch into a power slam off of that snatch from the ground up. That's just showing the core strength of all ego Ethan Page, and that's something that you cannot deny. Is that Ethan Page, with every week, every month, pretty much every year, is becoming more undeniable. Very much an inevitable presence to come through in any given moment at any given time. So now Ethan Page might be looking to set up Commander for looking for a pump kick that sends most people out for good. But that time, Commander's able to counter with a German. And if I'm Commander, I need to follow up big time. And he's looking for something big. From the top, shooting star press connects. Will we see a huge upset? No, and a kick out by the champion again. I don't think WWE nor NXT want a huge blemish like that from their home champion taking an L on BCW. Unknown territory, if you will. Is now, wait a minute, Ethan Page counteracting whatever Commander was trying to serve up there, but now Ethan Page with that huge gash on the right side of his face. It doesn't matter. The pump kick lands right on the face as Commander, it looks like he was repositioning that mask, because that head of region of his has been targeted for most of this match. But just like last week, that ego's edge, when it lands, it's pretty much ball game. We saw it with Pac. We're seeing it. No! I was going to say we're seeing it tonight with Commander. Excuse me, but Ethan Page, shocked and absolutely disgruntled by what just transpired. And that Commander just kicked out of one of his biggest moves. Commander now with a double leg drop and a big kick to the face. Commander showing every single sign of light that you can think of. Commander is seemingly not done. Canadian Destroyer. Ethan Page just got turned inside out, and Commander ain't done with him. Making that rotation on the ropes look like an absolute cakewalk. Ethan Page now trying to get himself back in the game here. And now Commander, in the middle of something here. Whoa, I thought Ethan Page caught him, but that time, Commander able to turn it around again. And now, Commander seizing the opportunity. He sees Ethan Page rocked And again, it looks like Commander undercommits as Ethan Page, seeing Commander get back up to his feet. Now Ethan Page has a clear advantage. Oh, and a roundhouse kick right across the head region again. And again, right to the face. That has been a target for Ethan Page, knowing that Commander, with that mask, that can come out pretty much at any time, even if Commander's just on again. Oh, just look at this. Look at how Ethan Page is just, like I said before, he's just a disgusting individual. Teasing the fans here, just cranking the neck, teasing them with the mask. And now Ethan Page again, dropping Commander like a bad habit. And now once again, you're looking at, oh God, like what he did to Pac with that arm drag. And once again, the boot. Landing flush, as you can see some blood just dripping on the mat. I think that might be from Ethan Page or maybe Commander. I'm not really sure. Can't really tell. As Ethan Page might be looking for something there, but that time been able to counter. Back elbow countered by Ethan Page. Both men seemingly just not willing to give up. This match, oh my goodness, what a kick. Right across the head again of Commander. As Ethan Page sets him up again. Twisted grin. With such malice behind it. A move that has finished off many opponents recently. Gets Ethan Page the win. What a performance. And what an effort by Commander. But once again, this bastard takes home a win. And the NXT North American Champion gloats in the middle of the ring. That match must have been a physical representation and a message to the World Heavyweight Champion. But now it is time for your main event of the evening between the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, and the BCW Women's World Champion, Naomi, in her first defense. And it's all going down next. Let me tell you, it has been a crazy night here for BCW Anarchy on the return week to television. And now, here in the O2, we're setting up here for the main event of the evening between the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, one of the most dominant women's champions in NXT, a former SmackDown, a former Raw Women's Champion, former undisputed WWE Champion. Asuka has done so much. Call her a Triple Crown Champion, call her anything that you want. But she is still considered the hit woman that took out Masha Slamovich, and only for this opportunity right here that is bestowed upon her. And that is the BCW Women's World Championship. Granted, Naomi, the same person that was willing to just bet the opportunity if Naomi were to win the Women's World Championship at Destiny, she would get a guaranteed title shot, but she had to go through two other competitors in Mina Shirakawa and Tegan Knox just to quote-unquote solidify that she was getting this opportunity here tonight in the main event. But now it's time for Naomi to put up or shut up against the Empress of Tomorrow. There's no more excuses, nowhere to run. Even at 50% or lower after that attack by Masha Slamovich last week on Anarchy, it's time for Naomi, the current BCW Women's World Champion. And I'm not saying that she may or may not walk out with this championship here tonight, but considering her conditioning and considering that that headband is more so a bandage for what Masha did to her, and same with that hand glove, pretty much signifying that she was beaten, battered, and bruised. And now she holds and clutches that championship, and it could be for the final time here tonight. It could be just a fever dream of her holding that championship, not getting the chance to celebrate it as she wanted to last week in Toronto. It's time for her to defend it. Not by her will, not by force, but for the fact that Asuka is owed a championship opportunity. Like it or not, Naomi has to pretty much pay for what she's done just to get to this point and just to be called the inaugural Women's World Champion. But now, Naomi, I don't think she's letting any of the injuries phase her. It's seemingly been an example as to what she's willing to go through, what she's willing to endure just to keep that Women's World Championship in her grasp. But how long will that be in her grasp for is the question at hand, and what's at stake here in the championship of the world for the women's division. So here we go. Championship here tonight, defended in the main event of the evening. The first ever championship defense on Anarchy, by the way. In the main event, a lot on the line for both of these women. It's Asuka getting that love from the fans here in the UK. I don't know if the same can be said for our champion. The former glow, the former standout, the former inspiration for many kids and many adults in the world. To not give up on your dreams, to always fight for what's right. But now Naomi has definitely chose a different path, and it's led her to this. The BCW Women's World Championship on the line in the main event of this stacked card here tonight, and we're underway. Naomi now kicks right to the knees immediately. Is wait a minute, Asuka taking a really fast approach. You're trying to get the easy pin here away and put away Naomi, as that was a kick out there. It's a kick to the inside of the knee of Naomi. Look at this. Wait a minute, Asuka might be looking for a drop kick, but that time nothing in the pool there as Naomi's able to dodge and get herself out of trouble. It's now Naomi combination of strikes similar to Asuka there with a DDT that time. Look at Naomi going for an early pin. Not a single 2 count there, only a 1 count there for Asuka. Now off the ropes, and that time she lands a spinning heel kick. These two are going back and forth for what we've seen for most of the night. It's a common trend here for BCW Anarchy, pretty much for most matches to go back and forth. Just a straight up fight in most cases, as Asuka going to town on Naomi, making her go through an obstacle or two just to get this opportunity, just to work her way up to this point, going up against, oh my goodness, a couple of great competitors in Mina Shirakawa and Tegan Knox, like I said before, and then having to do a risky job in the midst of a heated tournament between Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace, and taking on Masha Slamovich and taking her off her game. And that time Naomi, nothing in the pool again, nobody home for that splash. It's now Asuka taking out Naomi with a spinning enziguri there on the button into the cover center of the ring here for Naomi to kick out by Naomi. Here's, hey man, her slogan nowadays is to proceed with caution. I don't know if it's the right terminology to use right now, as Asuka is letting her know that she needs to proceed with caution more so than anybody else in this matchup. She's looking for an armbar there, trying to bend the arm of Naomi, the good arm at this point, as Naomi now trying to get herself out of trouble. And now, both women looking for kicks, It's now Asuka now, able to counteract Naomi. We're right to the midsection. Now, Asuka now setting her up in the corner for something big here. Huge drop kick right to the chest region of the champion, stunning her for the moment, but that time, both women not giving up. Huge drop kick right in the center of the ring, dropping Asuka. That's what you gotta look out for if you're going up against someone as agile as Naomi, looking to do different things more than what she's already been doing, which is restricting herself pretty much to different ways to you doing offense. I can't really speak at this point. It's Naomi and Asuka just going at it here. This fight, a big fight feel here in the main event. Roundhouse kick right across the face of the champion, knocking her down. The Empress of Tomorrow, known for being a calculated striker, known for really taking people to their limit in the ring in many more ways than one. Huge deadlift German suplex into a kick out, though, as Naomi needs some time to breathe. So Asuka now again, the butt slap, the disrespect by the Empress of Tomorrow. Not having it is Naomi, though. And Naomi once again showing that aggressive side to this new facade, this new persona, if you will, of the current Women's World Champion. And now here we go. Naomi here once again, sending her into the corner with the exploder. Just different side of Naomi here, and that comes with different moves that you don't really see out of the former glow of professional wrestling, the former shooting star. It's now Naomi once again taking a page out of one of her closest friends in the business in a running knee onto the ropes. And now Naomi springing herself on the outside, trying to take liberties here just to retain her championship against Asuka. And she knows that it's now or never. It's do or die. And now Asuka once again dropped with a splash that barely connected there. I think she hurt herself more than Asuka. Into the cover. Took some time to rehash herself there and try to regroup. She landed on that injured arm, it looked like. It's now Naomi once again trying to shake off the pressures of her injuries and take down Asuka. I think that's the goal here, if anything, right now for Naomi, is to really move on and retain that championship. Oh, and a palm slap takes her down. I think Asuka is now looking to get this huge opportunity and turn it into glory here against her adversary. Another palm slap. Moves like that really been taking Naomi off her game here. And bam! Another hip attack, a combination of strikes. This is what Asuka's known for. And now once again, Omar looking for another kick to the leg. That time Naomi, again, that time able to counter. Combination right to the kicks. The kicks right into the code breaker. The flurry of strikes. And that might give Asuka the win in a kick out, barely. I thought for a quick second that we might have seen a huge win here. Wait a minute, whoa. Body scissors into an arm bar. Arm bar on Naomi. Wait a minute. Naomi able to counter, though. Get herself out of danger. In a hurry, there is the champion. Smart thinking there by Naomi, and that might lead to another homage here to one of her friends in a running knee again. And that might just be the beginning of the end for Asuka. And this matchup in the facebreaker lands. Connecting into the cover. No, and a kick out by Asuka. Not willing to give up so easily is the challenger. Naomi trying to send this one home, but not in Asuka's eyes. She's still got a lot more to dish out. She's still got a lot more to give in this match. And Naomi hitting an enziguri from the middle rope. Taking down Asuka with anything that she can. Kick right to the bad knee. The surgically repaired knee of Asuka. And now Asuka once again using whatever she can in that spinning heel kick. And a kick out by Naomi, though. What a match this has been. So much tension. So much hate between these two women that has grown over these past couple weeks, leading up to now, between the challenger and the champion. And now Asuka, oh my god, look, what the hell is she doing with that turnbuckle? Oh my god, it's off. The referee sees it, but I don't think he wants to attend to it immediately, as I think he knows that Asuka might plot for something different and something big to guarantee that she might win the championship. I want to kick to the knee immediately. And that time, wait a minute, Asuka kicking herself. Oh my goodness. A huge combination of strikes by Asuka. Laying it into Naomi. Instead of going for a different route and a different approach as I thought she would, instead, she's looking to knock Naomi off. Her game here is again right to the injured hand. And now Naomi might be in huge trouble. Asuka now sending her into the corner. Drop kick. Oh my goodness, I think it was whiffed. Naomi able to whiff Asuka off. Might be looking to go for something bigger from the top rope. We've seen this once before. Naomi now from the top has Asuka hooked up. Superplex. This is a huge opportunity here. The cover on the challenger. No, but Asuka at 2. Naomi thought that she had the Empress of Tomorrow scouted and out for the count, but this is just another hump to get over. Wow. This match is taking... Wait a minute, what the hell? That's Masha Slamovich. What the hell? From out of the stands here in the UK. She is out for revenge and is dishing out and giving Naomi hell. And now trails her with the snowplow. Slamovich has made it her number one priority to knock Naomi off her perch and make her life a living hell after what she did by making and hiring Asuka as her hit woman to take out Masha. And now Masha out for nothing but heads. She's looking for 2 heads in particular as Asuka, still laid out after that superplex by Naomi, is getting what Naomi just got in a beatdown by Slamovich. The TNA Knockouts champion is not having any of their crap at all. She has completely lost it ever since she came back and gave Naomi a piece of her mind, literally and figuratively. And now Asuka is getting her 2 cents by Slamovich. Another snowplow. And now Slamovich is picking her up again, maybe to add something else for good measure, and that is a requiem. Right to the head, spiking Asuka. Slamovich is out for blood.